For the first time since the regular season began, the Broncos have a player, an active player, placed on the reserve COVID-19 list. I'm Phil Milani alongside Eric Dalala. A lot of stuff to get to on a busy Friday here for the Broncos. Eric, of course, no practice today after the Broncos learned about this positive test. And two players, in addition to the player who tested positive, were deemed close contacts and also asked to be in self-isolation. What was your reaction, Eric?
Yeah, well, first of all, I think Vic Fangio made the right decision. The NFL reportedly was going to allow the team to practice on Friday, but Vic Fangio decided all meetings were going to be virtual. They were not going to practice, sent all the players home from the building. That was the right move, I think. And, of course, the Broncos acted swiftly there to have the player who tested positive and those two close contact self-quarantine. Like you mentioned, Phil, a player placed on the reserve COVID-19 list. That's Glasgow, the starting right guard. The Broncos are not able to say whether he's the one who tested positive or whether he's a close contact, but he is the only one they placed on that list on Friday afternoon. And Phil, I think, while not official, it seems unlikely Glasgow will be available for Sunday.
No, I don't think so either. And he also put this tweet out trying to thank all the fans who have reached out, and also said he's feeling okay right now and has his sights set on returning to the field as soon as possible. That's what he put out in that tweet. Eric, the injury report for the Broncos on Friday, even though they didn't practice, they still had to submit an injury report. Also saw two new players pop up on there.
Yep, Phil, that's right. In addition to all the players who are listed as out as and questionable, Austin Schlottman, a guard, and DeMar Dotson, the team's starting right tackle at the moment, were both added for non-injury related reasons. They were listed or estimated, since they didn't practice, as non-participants and listed as questionable for the game. Dotson on Wednesday was also a DNP for a non-injury related reason. Should point that out. Phil, it's important to say, going back to a moment ago, with these close contacts, it is potentially still possible for those guys to play on Sunday. Again, Glasgow is the only one who's been placed on that reserve COVID-19 list. For a close contact to play, they would have to go through a series of NFL protocols that, of course, would include testing negative tomorrow when they get those results back. So we'll just have to see what happens here.
And this all coming on a Friday when earlier in the week we learned that Mike Munchak was dealing with some COVID issues. And then also a couple of weeks ago, running backs coach Curtis Modkins also not making the trip to New England due to COVID. So, as numbers rise around the country, you felt like hopefully the NFL and their protocols were keeping this outside of the building. I think that they've done the best job that they can, but now clearly something that's impacting this Broncos football team.
Definitely. And Phil, I do think it's worth noting, as of now, things are changing quickly, but we've received no indication that the game will not be played as scheduled. The Broncos, of course, are supposed to take the Chargers on this weekend in Denver around 2:00 Mountain Time.
And who knows, by the time we post this video, Eric, that information could be out of date.
That's true.
So a busy Friday here as the Broncos. No practice. Glasgow placed on the reserve COVID-19 list, and all this coming just 2 days before the Broncos set to take on a divisional opponent. We'll update you at the latest information as we learn it, but that is all that we know right now. For Eric Dalala, I'm Phil Milani.